So I've read about and heard about a trend where fewer and fewer people are getting married. Couples are living together as unmarried couples and then are going to have to deal with issues that married couples might not have to deal with in the same way. And I have personal experience because my son, who is in his 30s, and his partner have been together for, I think, almost 14 years since they met at Colgate University in upstate New York, Hamilton, New York, to be specific. And so there are issues associated with not getting married. And you need to think about those issues and you need to prepare and protect yourselves in that kind of circumstance. And the various issues that you have to think about are what happens when the two of you get together, and to the extent that the relationship doesn't last, what happens when you separate, the equivalent of a divorce. And so you need to think about what happens when you have children. And the answer that I'm going to give to most all of these issues is you need an agreement. And you especially need an agreement here because there aren't as many laws to provide rights and protection with regard to the unmarried situation. So having children, it would be best to have an agreement concerning custody and access, et cetera, child support. It's almost the equivalent of a prenuptial agreement, but specifically with regard to children. The issue of what happens if you purchase property together, if you own assets together in joint names, which you can still do, even though you're not married. And again, it's an agreement. That's the solution to dealing with those kinds of issues. What happens if one of you were to die? And the agreement there is really more of some kind of trust or a last will and testament where you anticipate that situation and provide for what will happen in the event of the death of one of you. And again, in there, you can provide for children and guardians and trusts, et cetera. So I understand the fact that people may feel strongly about a lifestyle choice which involves remaining unmarried. And that's certainly a right that each of us has. But it's very important for you to consider what you need to do to prepare for the possibilities that result from not being married. So if you have questions, certainly feel free to contact me. But most important, think about these issues and start to deal with them. Take care.